Hello and welcome to Cam's Kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you how to make teriyaki tofu fritters. They're very versatile and you can make a big batch at once to save time for later. So let's get started. The first step is to press the tofu. We want to drain the liquid from the middle of the tofu, so that way it will firm up and not be so soggy after we've cooked it. So to do that, all we're going to use is a chopping board. Just put it on top for about 15 minutes. So while we're waiting for that, we can prepare our marinade. Teriyaki is one of the easiest marinades that you can make, and it tastes really great. So first of all, we're going to add soy sauce. We're also going to use this, which is called mirin. It's kind of Japanese cooking rice wine. Just a small splash of that. Olive oil. And add some ginger. So traditionally you would use honey, but you can also use syrup or maple syrup, that would also work. Okay, so now all we need to do is give it a good stir. Okay, so now that's done, we can start cutting our tofu. First we need to drain the liquid from it. And now slice it. So when you cut the tofu, it should be about the width of your little finger. That way that they're not too big. You don't want to cut them too big. Otherwise they'll still be soggy in the middle. Okay, so now it's time to cook the tofu. So make sure your oil's nice and hot. We're going to shallow fry the tofu. Just cook it until it's nice and golden. So take your tofu out when they're nice and golden and put them straight into the marinade. Make sure they're all well coated. So now they're ready to eat just like that. However, we're going to add an extra depth to them by giving them some extra crunch. So what we need is flour, cornstarch and breadcrumbs. So first I'm going to season the flour with some salt. And also I'm going to add some water to the corn flour. Give that a good mix. So if you don't have corn flour, you could also use eggs. It's just something to help the breadcrumbs to stick to the tofu. Firstly, take your tofu, put it in the flour, and then put it into the cornstarch. Now, a good tip for you is to have one hand as your dry hand and use your other hand for the wet ingredients. That way you won't bread your hands. So there we go, put it into the breadcrumbs, cover it over, and then just do this for as many as you're going to cook. Okay, so now they're done. Any teriyaki marinade you have left over, keep it and you can use it as a dipping sauce for the tofu. Okay, so now it's time to fry. Okay, so there you are, it's all done. All we need to do now is plate it. So there you are, a very versatile teriyaki tofu fritter. If you made it, let me know what you thought in the comments, and as always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.